Ghetto booty. How did you feel about that? And how did you feel when people were calling you that nickname?
I really didn't think much of it. I was just like, I got a big ass. I don't know.
Yeah, so what other nicknames do you have?
They used to call me Pretty Face. Oh my God. Someone called me a heartbreaking pigeon head one time.
What?
Yes.
Welcome, everyone, to the Simple Conversations podcast show. You already know the vibes. I'm your host, Daniel Balwaguer. You already know what we're on. We got the Don Julio over here, you know what I'm saying? We got the Jose Cuervo. We're here to turn up and have a good time tonight, you know? So
Yes.
without further ado, let's just get right into it. I have a very special guest over here with me. She is a former exotic dancer, an entrepreneur, business owner, boss chick, independent woman, all of that. You already know what it is. I'd like to welcome Judy Law to the show. Welcome, Judy.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it is such a pleasure. And I tell you, you and I, we probably go way back, right? I want to say last year, 2021. Yeah, the first time I met you, I believe you were trying to hook me up with one of your friends. And, it didn't work out that well because it was my fault. I'm going to put it myself out there. That's okay. We're here to have open, honest conversations, because I've been called a lot of names. I'm a gaslighter. I'm a narcissist, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. But you know what? Hey, it's all good. This is not about me right now. This is all about you and the audience being able to get to know you because I feel like you have such a special story to tell. So if actually the first question I want to ask you is the most important one. What are your top 10 most sexual positions? I'm just playing. I'm playing. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm just kidding. But for real, like, where is it? Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Okay, so I'm from West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia. A lot of people get it confused with Virginia, but West Virginia is its own state.
So, growing up, did you grow up with both of your parents or just you and your mom?
Just me and my mother and my grandma.
When was the first time you started to look at yourself differently and experience, like, I guess, say, womanhood?
Probably in middle school. I started getting a big butt in middle school, and a lot of people noticed it. Like, honestly, I didn't even notice it until people was commenting on it. And definitely middle school was the first time I was getting a lot of attention for my butt.
And how were you dealing with that attention? And like, what were, I guess, these young boys saying to you? And how did you receive that? And how did you feel about that?
Honestly, the guys weren't even saying anything. It was mainly the girls. They were saying a lot of things about it. And I mean, I don't know. I really didn't think much of it because even like, when you're in middle school, you're not really thinking about stuff like that. Even like guys, they didn't really talk about my butt. They was just flirting with me, and I didn't even know what was it about. But like as far as the girls, they was like, dang, they used to call me like ghetto booty.
Ghetto booty, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I didn't think much of it like at a young age. Not really. Not until I got into adulthood.
Ghetto booty. How did you feel about that? And how did you feel when people were calling you that nickname?
I really didn't think much of it. I was just like, I got a big ass. I don't know.
Yeah, so what other nicknames do you have?
They used to call me Pretty Face. Oh my God. Someone called me a heartbreaking pigeon head one time.
What?
Yes. Because a guy liked me and I didn't like him.
Uh-huh.
And that's why they called me a heartbreaking pigeon. I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, so this guy, did he have feelings for you or anything like that? Or like, what was it?
Yeah, but But that doesn't mean you have to like them just because they like you.
No, and that's fair. That's fair, because I feel like you deal with a lot of, I'm sure men say a lot of crazy things to you. I know that you get probably a lot of unwarranted attention, and you got to figure out a way to navigate through that. So, when that kind of stuff happens, how do you deal with that?
Um, at first when they used to do that, it did used to bother me. But then I kind of started thinking like, their feelings are hurt and they trying to make themselves feel better. So I just brush it off like, okay, he's just mad because I don't like you. So what?
Dang, these guys are out here tripping, aren't they? What's up with these guys, huh? Ooh.
They're kind of crazy.
So now navigating through high school, and you are being hit on, you're being called all these different kind of nicknames, and men have said a lot of crazy things, even women as well. Like, can you tell me what led to you wanting to dance?
Pretty much my mother, she wanted me to go to college. So that was the main thing I learned from my mom. She wanted me to do something with my life. She actually wanted me to be a lawyer. And I ended up going to college to be a lawyer. And that didn't work out, obviously. But what happened was I went to a 4-year college, and then I found out that law school was super expensive.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and I didn't even realize that you needed to get an extra loan just to go to law school. And I definitely was not eligible to do that. So after I found that out, I actually dropped out of college. And I was working at Walmart and I was broke. I had a friend, a childhood friend I was cool with, and she used to follow all of the strippers that were on Instagram, and she used to show me all of their pages and how much money they used to make. And I was like, oh my God, I need to make this type of money, because I didn't have a lot of money. I had 2 children, actually, too. And I wanted to take care of my kids. I wanted a better life for us. So what I did was I was like, you know what? I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to dance. And I actually was overweight. I actually literally lost like 50 pounds before I went to Atlanta to dance. I was like, you know what? I'm going to lose weight so I can go dance and make so much money and take care of my family.
That was the goal, yeah?
Yes, and I literally lost 50 pounds before I went to Atlanta. And I was working actually at a nursing home. This is when I was working at a nursing home and doing dietary work. A lot of the employees were concerned. They was like, oh my gosh, she's losing all this weight. They thought literally I was like anorexic or something. I don't know, but it was weird. But I really just was going to the gym every day. I went every day. That's how much I wanted to lose weight so I can go to Atlanta to dance. I tried out at this club called Onyx.
That's the first club you chose, or like what was like? So when you came to Atlanta, like how was that process? You already had this thought in your mind, like, hey, I'm gonna go to dance, I'm gonna make money. How was it setting up your life? Where did you live at first, and then like how did you get into it? Who did you run into and said, hey, we can make this happen? And then what was your process of getting here and saying, hey, this is what I want to do? And what was that like?
Okay, so honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I came to Atlanta with $300 in my pocket, and I was staying at the Motel 6.
Okay.
So no, Onyx was not the first place I tried out. I actually tried out Blue Flame because they used to have amateur night, and you can it was like a contest and you can win money. But the amateur night turned into you can get a job. So that was the first place I went. I actually did not win, but they did offer me a job. But they told me to come back because my blues was not done. So they didn't hire me. So I ended up going to Onyx, and they hired me, but they hired me first shift, which was not a good shift. But they told me if I did first shift for like 6 months, they would hire me into the night shift. So that's what I did.
Nice. And so what was that interview process like? Actually walking in there and saying, hey, you know what? I want a job and I want to come dance here. What was that like?
Actually, I hit up one of the DJs there, and they told me the process of it. So what they do is you'll go in and you have to actually have an outfit. You have to have shoes, and then you have to go on stage and show them some dance moves, and you have to get undressed. So that's the process of the whole Onyx. But honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Onyx will hire anybody for the first shift. So they hired me. So they hired me for first shift, and they promise you that if you do 6 months first shift, they'll hire you for the second shift, which is where all the girls was making the money. The first shift really wasn't. They wasn't making money like that. No.
So, like, what is the overall culture of the strip club, especially in Atlanta? It's so prevalent here. I mean, everybody wants to come here. Anytime I have a friend visit, yo, let's go to the strip club. Yo, let's go do something. And, it's really popular over here. So, how is it, being in there in the club every night, dealing with all these different individuals, your other fellow dancers in the back? Is there anybody that you kind of leaned on in this time when you're brand new? Did you have like a big sister or a big brother of any kind of sort?
Actually, yes. When I worked first shift, I met my friend Paris.
Okay.
We both started around the same time, and we both was around the same age, and we had a lot in common. So she actually made it to the second shift before me, like a week before me. And then after that, I went to second shift. So yeah, we kind of leaned on each other because we both was like the new girls, you know what I mean? So that's how it was. But anyways, so a lot of things about the dancing community, what I learned is really, a lot of people don't know this, but it's, especially in Atlanta, it's really all about who you know as a dancer. You have to build relationships with people to make money in Atlanta. And a lot of the girls that were dancing night shift have been dancing for years. And a lot of them are from here. So they knew a lot of people that that come into the club and spend money. So I learned that pretty quickly once I started second shift. And, I was like, I have to network, meet people so I can get them to come in and dance me.
So when did you figure out who's the one who put you on game? Or was it something you kind of figured it out yourself along the way? And then you just were kind of hanging out with certain people? Like, what was that process like?
Yeah, I kind of was observing while I was dancing how everything worked.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is your horoscope sign, by the way?
It's a Cancer.
Cancer? Mm-hmm. I'd say Cancers are pretty observant.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
But also quiet too, you feel like?
Yes.
Just kind of scoping things out and seeing how it goes. Look at me talking about signs. I don't know a damn thing.
Don't be trying
I'm just messing around. No. Hey, all I know is from Cancers, they're actually very family oriented. They're very loving and kind, and they're all about keeping certain people close because I could see how, you only want to keep certain individuals around you that you trust because you don't let that many people in. But the people that know you very well. Right. Correct? Is that cool? Is that a good assessment? Yo, I just made something up. Oh my gosh, that shit was lit. It was lit. I'm sorry, I'm a little late. It's a Don Julio talking already at this point, but it's a good time. This is fun.